Alright, I'm going to make this short because, quite frankly, I don't have the energy to delve into this game after yet another loss for the Bulls, their third straight, their 8th loss in 10 games. It's also just really late, so I'll be uploading this video in the morning. But anyway, what I will say about this game is that you obviously didn't expect the Bulls to win in this one, playing the best team in the league and on the road, which is still what makes that loss to the Kings so much more frustrating because it's a game that you really needed to win, knowing you're probably not going to come away with a victory over the Jazz and the Suns. But man, I don't know. I just expected this team to play harder. The fight is gone. The effort is gone. The defensive edge is gone. We thought that this was all going to be resolved when Alex Caruso came back. And now we're talking about when Patrick Williams comes back or Lonzo Ball comes back, who was likely going to be delayed in his return. I had a video out on that yesterday and the concerns around the future of his health. But look, the fact of the matter is teams have figured out the Bulls. Plain and simple. Double up DeRozan, double up Lavine, play the pick and roll on offense, and the Bulls don't stand a chance. And what's frustrating is that's on coaching. To make the necessary adjustments when you realize teams have figured out how to limit your offense, that's what great coaches do. They assess the landscape of what's going on and make adjustments to their play style and rotations as a result. Like, that's what other teams are doing to the Bulls right now. Why can't Billy Donovan do the same thing for us, recognizing the adjustment other teams are making and responding to those as a result? I don't know. I don't get it. I'm slowly starting to lose patience with Billy Donovan. I know a lot of people have been asking me to make a video on Billy and his coaching, and I haven't done so because I still think it's too early in his coaching tenure with the Bulls to do a critique of him, especially when the Bulls were doing so well to start the season. I don't know, maybe in the offseason, depending on how we do in the playoffs, I'll have something out. The other thing about this game in particular that's frustrating is you would expect the Bulls to at least make it a little more competitive, given the Suns are without Chris Paul, Cam Johnson has been out, Jay Crowder was out of the lineup tonight. Like, I know we keep leaning on the Bulls' injuries, but other teams are reeling from injuries as well. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to keep this one short because what else is there to say about this game at this point? Not a good game. Not a good stretch by the Bulls. They're falling in the standings at the worst time of the season, and yeah, it's not that fun. It's not that fun to watch these games right now. Would it be different if they were at least coming out and playing hard, even if it wasn't a loss? Yeah. But when the guys don't seem to care and want it badly enough, and they get their heads down and they give up when the opposing team takes a big lead, yeah, it's frustrating as a fan. Like, I look at the box score tonight, and I really can't call out any particular player that had a good game, like maybe Vucevic, but no, even Vuce was soft in the paint going against DeAndre Ayton, getting worked on the boards. He had some horrible shots. Like, sure, he shot decently well overall when you look at the actual box score, but he was still a minus 24 tonight in box plus minus. DeMar wasn't a factor because the Suns kept going at him on defense with traps and double teams, rendering him ineffective. He also couldn't get to the foul line. Lavine was abysmal from the floor tonight, shooting 1 for 7. One field goal from Lavine. After having such a great game the other night against the Jazz, where it looked like we were going to be getting the old Zach back before he had all the knee issues. Only had 12 points tonight. He was able to get to the line a good amount of times, and I liked his aggression in creating contact to get to the line, but the guy simply could not make a shot from the field. Aya wasn't as impactful. Even on the defensive end, he wasn't in tip shape like we're used to seeing him. Honestly, the two biggest callouts from this game were two guys off the bench, Tristan Thompson and Coby White, who didn't really have that great of games, but they were actually hitting shots and being productive on some level. Tristan Thompson was the only guy that was showing any effort, in my opinion anyway, in tonight's game. And man, the shooting tonight for the Bulls, 40% from the field, 22% from three. They got out-rebounded like crazy. Like, how do you finish the game with only 32 rebounds? Another game with less than 20 assists. Anyway, enough about me ranting. I just hope the Bulls show some level of urgency in this upcoming week because they're staring in the face of potentially falling into the play-in territory with games coming up against the Raptors and the Cavs, who are right behind them in the standings. You guys know I'll have my weekly preview video out for the upcoming week of games on Monday morning. I've got family coming into town, so I might not be as active on the channel while I spend much needed time with my family, so just a heads up on that. Anyway, hang in there, guys. I know it's not that fun to watch the Bulls right now, but just remember this is the best Bulls team we've had in a while, so it could be worse. Geez, I guess that's where we've kind of gotten to at this point. Anyway, guys, as always, be sure to subscribe if you're a Bulls fan, as I do post daily Bulls content. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.